This is Robbie Birdsong reporting live from Washington, D.C. with the President. Mr. President, just how important are your economic policies? Many people think it's crazy to be so hasty.
I know it's crazy, but it's true.
Those same people are viciously attacking your cuts. Do you think you should have taken another course of action?
I should
Ah, yes, but since you didn't run away, what shape are you in now?
I think I'm in trouble.
What are your advisors saying about your budget cuts? Anything else? How do you feel about dropping your budget cuts altogether?
That would be our worst mistake.
We now switch you to our on-the-spot reporter, Roger Dirt, who is standing in front of the White House.
Here comes an average man on the street. Sir, can you tell us what your life has been like since Reagan started his budget cuts?
I'm working hard. I don't know why. I'm like a working class dog and I just get by.
How are you getting along?
Oh, we're living on the brink, second, minute by minute.
Here comes a shabby dressed old man. Sir, what do you think will happen as a result of Reagan's cuts?
Somehow, someway, it's gotta get better than this.
And what shape do you think America is in?
It's so slashed and torn.
So what do you think is needed in America to set it back on the right course?
And maybe the old songs will bring back the old times.
Now back to you, Robbie.
Mr. President, what will you be doing in 1984 if you don't run for re-election?
Working in a coal mine, about to slip down, working in a coal mine.
If you're not successful as a coal miner, will you go back into show business?
You know I've been saying that someday soon, you know I'll be breaking away.
If you're not successful there, what will you do?
Say goodbye to Hollywood.
Speaking of Hollywood, Mr. President, you once said that Olivia Newton-John was your favorite movie star. Why?
Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turn me on.
On the phone is Olivia Newton-John herself. Miss Olivia, how do you respond to that?
Let's get physical, physical. How wanna get physical? Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk.
And how do you reply to that, Mr. President?
I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life.
Many people are going to cheat on their income taxes this year as a result of your budget cuts. Do you have any advice for them?
When it's watching full eyes, you can't escape my eyes. Private advice, they're watching you. They see your every move.
If you are re-elected in 1984, what will you do in the American government?
Shake it up. Shake it up.
And what do you promise the American people?
Yeah, I do almost anything that you want me to.
Will you lower taxes?
Yeah, but I can't go for that. No, no can do.
Will you balance the budget?
I can't go for that. No, no can do.
Will you totally rid the government of crooks?
I can't go for that. No, no can do.
And the biggie, will you put an end to these silly budget cuts?
I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that.
Mr. President, will there ever be an end to these budget cuts?
If you stop me up, if you stop me up, I'll never stop.
Here once again is our roving reporter, Roger Dirt.
Sir, how are the cuts affecting you?
I can't sleep
Why not?
day by day. My world keeps slipping away.
Here comes Reagan's budget director, David Stockman. What are you doing here?
I'm just trying to make some sense.
Are you keeping well informed?
It's either real or it's a dream. There's nothing that is in between.
What are the American people living for?
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Here comes a young lady. Ma'am, how has Reagan's administration affected you?
Now I'm lost.
Finally, as a patriotic American, I would like to say,
It's all up to you, but whatever you do, take it easy on me.
and now back to you, Robbie.
Mr. President, what can we all do as patriotic Americans?
Let's move tonight. Share the spice of life.
And finally, Mr. President, for our last question, do you have any advice for the American people? This is Robbie Birdsong along with
Roger Durr.
reporting live from Washington. Bye!